Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about women entrepreneurs, and this giant coaching phenomenon that is getting old, and how I want to break into this like self-improvement space, but not like doing it the way everyone else is doing it and is successful is looking pretty dire to me and like kind of nasty, not in the way that I'm not saying people are nasty, but it's starting to feel like icky and old and expired. So I myself had hired mentors, and they're great. Like, I don't have anything against mentors, women, like especially the mentorship group I was in. I changed so much, and it was the reason why, excuse me, I started this YouTube channel and started to actually make any progress in my business. But the thing is, I think everyone noticed that everyone is saying the same things. Everyone has a coaching package. Everyone is teaching something. There's a course. There's a mastermind. Like, I can close my eye. You could close my eyes and ears, and I could like back of my head and be like, okay, mastermind, email list, like coaching, one-on-ones. Like, it's just become so predictable and kind of commodified. Can I use that word? Commodified. I learned it in $100 million money models the other day. And it's annoying because, like, I was watching a video by Sam Ovens, and it was from 7 years ago. And he was talking about consulting.com and uh, doing one on ones and helping people. And the thing is that the way he was expressing himself was so genuine, and it was so clear that the second he started to realize he was making an impact, he tried his very best to refine it and make it the best he can and help more people. It was just so obvious, and you can't skip recognizing the authenticity and that clarity. And it's what so many people are doing these days. Like, there's definitely at least a million coaches in the US right now that um, are selling. There's people around the whole world that are selling courses, doing mentorship, like offering mentorship, doing one-on-ones. And like, where I see myself in this is like, I want to help people improve their lives, and then for me, I know that when I stopped trying to put on a facade for everybody and stop trying to make people that are closest to me happy, I felt like I could breathe. And I stopped kind of just like wasting away and being covered in the sludge of other people's judgment and what I thought other people thought of me. And basically, I came out of being stuck because I was reliant on what I thought other people perceived me as. And when I came out of that, it was such a big breakthrough. And I can look back, I can see so clearly, oh my gosh, how much of my life was lost literally giving into the judgment and delusion of what other people think of me. And there's such a profound loss in that. And it's almost like unspeakable the amount of loss you feel when you pass this barrier and you see, okay, like, I cannot believe, like, I did nothing for 5 years because of it. I just played video games and talked online with my friends, and I don't regret any of the connections I made. And I also, at the same time, made the choice that I was not going to go to college because I was being put in a position where it was either you do this thing in college or that's it. You don't have any other choice. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And then after that, I kind of just became paralyzed because I literally felt trapped. And you can become paralyzed to the point where you're not actually trapped and nothing is actually stopping you, but you think that there's something that is, and you literally give yourself no options. And that's what happened to me. And that's what I did for like 5 years. Anyway, now that I've gone out of that, it's like, oh my gosh, like I realized, okay, I need to help people that are in that position because there's like years of people's lives being lost, like, and people are being driven to like crappy lives and like making their lives worse because they literally don't feel like they have a life because of what they think other people have put on them, what judgments, what constrictions. And those judgments and constrictions are just words and it's not real. And so there's so many people that are living their life in illusion and they're losing the thing that is most precious to them, which is time. And if you're young, it's even more precious. And like, that's what I lost. And so when I think about coming into business and helping people online, the first thing is like, okay, like you can make a course, you can provide one-on-one mentorship, you can make a community. And I actually really like the idea of a community because it gives the opportunity for people to connect with each other and have something real. And connection is kind of the basis of life. And it's such a fundamental thing that we have. But I've always been the type of person where I'm like, I want the best of this thing. I want the highest quality thing. And I want the nicest thing. And I don't know when that came into my mind or whatever, but it's the reason I have this chair. It's the reason I have this mic. And I bought these things for gaming. I did not buy it for work or anything serious. I bought it because I was like, I want the best. I just want to have the best things. And even with my bed at the time, the best thing I could get was a Tempur-Pedic, and I figured out a way to get it. And I was like, everything in my life needs to be top quality. And even if it's minimal, like I want the best microphone. I want the best chair. I want the best bed. And I've always been attracted to high quality and luxury in that kind of way, where you have something once and you keep it for life and it's sustained and it's long lasting and it's legitimate. Like, I know this mic is not just going to break or start sounding bad out of nowhere. I know this chair is going to probably last me at least like 20 years if I take really good care of it. So it's like, this thing has always been in me. So when I'm doing my research on like how to start my business and I see someone like Sam Ovens, and he really came from a genuine place when he started helping people. It's almost like that it speaks to me on another level because I've said this so many times on my channel, but I know I need to preserve life. Like, I came here to preserve life. And I think the best way you can do that is I don't know why I just paused. Like, an array of things came into my mind, like your body, like taking care of your body, exercising. There's so many ways. But I think if you're constricting yourself and you don't even know it, you could be leading a really bad life. And you could think, this is all that life is. And if you're constricting yourself, it's probably because of what someone else said or the position you were in. And it's just not true. And I know there's circumstances where some people are legitimately like in that place and they can't move. Like if you are in jail, then you are in jail. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you're actually free and you built yourself the most beautiful, intricate, unbelievable cage and you are just miserable in it. And you're just wasting your life away being miserable inside of that cage and thinking that is the best it can get. And it's just not true. And if you can get past the fact that if you can reach the place where you know it's not true, and then you get past your fears one by one, and you keep the momentum, you'll see that there is a life to live, and it's only yours, and it's special because it's only yours. And it's like all you want to do is live. And I think that's such a big problem today that people are having, that they're not feeling that way, or they're leading a mediocre life. And so when I see that there's a lot of women entrepreneurs, they're helping women online. But there's been an influx of people kind of just doing it because it makes them money or doing it because it's easy. And I noticed like there's a lot of fluff out there, unfortunately. And the fluff is making money and people are investing into the fluff. They're investing their time and their money into the fluff. And there's a promise of a result, but the result is never good enough. Or the result just keeps them in this cycle of being inside of that one person's like business. And I think that is so it just doesn't sit right with me in a way. I think that there's people that are out there that genuinely help and they know what they're doing and they know how to guide. But I think like there's these like two women I can think of that they're kind of like playing a facade and they can play it really well because they have money. There's someone I was watching and she, I don't want to pass judgments because the thing I have learned my lesson about passing judgments, but it's just something I noticed that you can kind of play up what you're selling so much easier when you have a lot of money. And sometimes people see the money and they relate that to an experience that they want to have. But I think everyone is so unique and different that it needs to be catered to them specifically. And so it kind of got me thinking like, yeah, like I can teach people. I can do like a one-on-one or a mentorship or whatever. But what if What if there was something that was bigger than that, that would help people, and it wasn't biased to one person? And it didn't keep them constricted in one group, like one person, and just getting mentorship from one person and kind of just like becoming this vacuum. I think that something like that would really change the space, because I don't think anyone wants to take another course. I don't think, I think there's a group of people that don't want to take a course. They don't want to, they're kind of getting tired of the same things over and over again. Like, do this, you'll make money. Do this, you'll feel better. It's like so much of the same things being sold in the same packages, and it's kind of like making me crazy. I've noticed it so much, and it's maybe because I've been in the world of like self improvement and coaching and self help and whatever. But it's like so oversaturated with the same with the same kind of structure that is like getting nauseating. Like, I feel nauseated by it. Like, oh my gosh, I don't want to watch another video. I don't want to watch another video. Um, I think like one on one is really good. I really enjoyed being in a Telegram and being coached through Telegram. That was awesome, because it wasn't something like, I didn't feel like it was something being shoved down my throat. Like, I didn't feel like someone was selling me a course. That's it. I don't want to feel like someone is selling me a course. I don't think anyone wants to feel like that. No one wants to feel like they're being sold to. And I think just because courses have become so oversaturated, it's like when you hear the word course, it's like, oh, I'm being sold to. Like, I already feel it coming. So, and then people use like different words like framework, OS, systems. Use this system, use this framework. Ah! I don't want to do that. And I think that there is substance there. Like, the organization is needed to change. And I myself like have an idea that of a system that works. But it's just like, how do I make something that is actually useful for someone and they don't feel like I am pulling at them, but they feel instead that it's pulling them? Like, oh, I have to do this because it's good for me. Because what I create would make people healthier and ground them. I want to create something where people can like kind of grab onto and feel like some kind of relief from. And I think you can teach people so many things. Like, there's so many things that actually work, right? There's so many instructions that work. There's so many frameworks, systems, rule books, playbooks, maps, workbooks. Like, it all works. But I don't think it's reaching people. I bought courses myself, and what I noticed is like I couldn't even finish them. And maybe that's on me. Maybe that's on me that I couldn't finish it, but that's also a problem. It's also a problem that we are having, like, as a society. One, because of the way we use phones and whatnot, the way we use technology. So, my question is, how can I make something real for someone to use? And like maybe I can use the basis of that. I like using luxury items. Like I like this microphone, I like this chair, I like my bed because I know they are stable, they work, and every time I use it, like they're reliable. Like what can I create that is reliable, luxurious, and it's so simple that people just grab it and they use it and they don't think twice, and it helps them improve their lives. That would be awesome instead of like making another course. I don't want to make a course. I don't want to add to that. Like it just doesn't feel alive or right. And I think at some point it was the right thing to do and it helped a lot of people. I just don't think it's going to for much longer anymore. I just don't think so. And maybe I'm just kind of immature in the sense that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to business, but it definitely feels like no, I think everyone is doing that and I don't want to do what everyone is doing. I want to stand out. I want to give something that's high quality, something that's robust, something that is simple, something that works every single time and not something I had to drag my feet through. Like if it's a course you're selling, then the person that is consuming it should be naturally led through the whole entire thing and not just by their desire. The whole entire thing, each step of it should be pulling them closer and dragging them through it, not just dragging them into the course and then here you go. Do whatever you want with it. I don't really care what you do from here on out. Like I don't think that's results based. Like that's not very focused on getting your client the result. So yeah, that's my findings for today. I ended up just clipping my nails because I could not deal with the color and it was just looking horrible. And it took me so long to paint one hand. It took me like an hour. And maybe I need gel so I can use the light or whatever. But in all honesty, like I focus on other things so much. I just don't care. I don't care. And another thing is like I do want to create higher quality content on YouTube. And so it does make me question how high quality is the content I'm posting every single day when I don't have that much time to pour into it. Like I'm not going to record a video in the morning and then edit it the whole day. Like plan out a script, record the video, take how many takes I need to take. Oh, okay, well, my camera just overheated, so I'm going to go. See you guys. Bye.